Hello and welcome back. For today's workflow, we are going to talk about posing of our characters. And for this workflow, I've created three methods to create the pose of our characters. Each method has its pros and cons. Sure. Okay, so first things first, let's just check what we have here. Here we have our final image. And here we have like the design group in which we will have the different open pose editors. For the first editor, we have like the 2D open pose editor. You can find it here from the manager. You can just custom nose and search for pose open pose editor. Not this one. This one. Alec Pet Comfyui custom nodes. Okay. For the 3D pose editor, you can just write 3D pose, and you have Comfyui 3D pose editor, which will be our second node, which is this one. Okay. For the first one, I'm going to talk first about it. The first one is really great for one purpose, which is loading a reference image. So basically, you can come here and load a reference image, and you can choose like this reference image, for example, which is from the matrix which I created like this image from, which is very cool feature when you have like a reference image in which you can just create a character with right proportions and like a very complex movement and everything. Okay. But for this node, I'm sorry, just let's do it like this. For this node, you can just like edit the bones in a 2D manner, which is really great, but at the same time, it has some limitations. If you want to add like another character, you just add pose. Okay? Something like this. But let's just go back. Okay. Okay. For this one, it's already done, but there is a problem with this node. We cannot edit the resolution. So if we only use like a square resolution with like 512, of course we can use it with 1024, but that's it. For the 3D open pose editor, it's really great because you can use any resolution. If you press here, you can just change the resolution and you can have the open pose here. And also you can edit it in like 3D. So you can have different perspective and camera angles, which is really great. Sure. You just come here and just rotate. If you want to move, you go to like setting and move node. And it just changes into moving. If you want getting back to rotate, you just uncheck move mode. Okay. And for you can duplicate the skeleton also, but I won't do it here. Also, if you save a scene, you can just save scene and then you can load it again, so you have the exact same pose. And also, you can just create like a gesture, which is like a hand scene or something. Okay. So basically, and also you can just create a random pose, which can be really cool. If you press here, you can create a random pose. Okay, but let's leave it here. And the open pose image just comes here. Okay, for the last thing here, this is a preview for like the 3D node. Okay, and here is a switch. So basically all you have to do is just, if you want to use like the 3D open pose, you come here and press Ctrl B to bypass. So it's going to use the second one. If you want to use the load open pose, you just press Ctrl B. So you're going to use this one. This one is just like a normal JPEG loader. So you just load something which you saved earlier and it will just load here. Okay, let's try the workflow. Let's try the 2D one first. Okay, here I chose like futuristic biomechanical and I just search for a man standing. Let's check how it's happening. And here I have a competitor of course. Ah, it's really cool. So basically it's just following our pose, okay? Okay, if we want to use like the 3D open pose, which is the most powerful node we have here, you just come here and press Ctrl plus B. Okay, B banana. Okay. Okay, for this one, I just loaded it. I created this area and loaded it. Okay, you have just to press this one to just load the open pose. Sometimes it just stuck, but if it's stuck, you just unlock and press this one, unlock again. Okay, let's check, but let's change this into like cinematic. Let's say, for example, zombie walking top view. Sometimes, like if you have the camera from a different perspective or an angle, just make sure to just write it here to make it stronger, because sometimes it won't follow the control net exactly. But this one is just really, really strong. I'm using the model from like Zenser, if you remember Zenser, which I made like the last tutorial for, which has like the canny and Scrabble and everything. Let's try this one. Okay. So that's so cool. It created like our image, but I have this is so cool here, because I have it at like 1 3 1 3 4 4 7 6 8. Okay, let's try if we want to use like a wide angle here. And here I have like SDXL resolution. Just as a reference, I didn't connect it. Let's try 7 6 8. Okay, but this one is really cool. Let's try again. Okay, so it follows our pose. It's such an amazing model. Like there is no open pose model I think will follow the same thing as this one from Zenser. Okay, okay, let's just bypass this one and let's try to use this image which I made earlier. I will save it also for you guys. You can download. Okay, and let's have like Street Fighter, and let's say like Street Fighter Hadouken. You know Hadouken from Ken, and let's say Japanese interior environment. Okay, and let's press Q prompt. Let's check what's happening here. But my image is like 1024. Okay, let's just change it back. Okay. Okay, it's really cool. It follows our prompt. But let's generate another one. Yeah, I think this one is really great. It's just amazing. I created this image with like the 2D one here. You can create it with 3D one also. 3D one is amazing if you want to load different perspective. Just write it in the prompt here. Okay, that's today for today's video and workflow. I'll save everything in OpenArt and Patreon. Please follow, subscribe, and thank you. Goodbye.